We expected Victor Wembanyama to become a superstar, but the NBA also created something else, a trash-talking monster.
Some people are built for this moment.
It's into Wembanyama with the trick hammer! And then big brother, little brother yelling at each other. I'm just bigger than you. That's all it boils down to. I'm bigger than you.
Some aren't.
Holmgren trying to answer. He is stopped and taken away. Place is going bananas.
Be big in this game.
Holmgren now 9 for 11.
Recently, we watched Wemby go viral as he not only beat the Thunder, he ruthlessly trash-talked Chet Holmgren in the process. But the NBA has spent the last decade trying to soften its game. Stop the trash talk, stop the on-court drama, but let's be honest. The game was more fun when stars like Kobe and Jordan not only embarrassed you, they made sure you felt it. And calling Wemby a 7'5" giant with a Kobe-like trash-talking streak sounds extreme until we look at where he came from. Because Wemby's journey to a trash-talking menace has 3 warnings that the NBA has ignored. And the first warning came in the form of his game versus Scoot Henderson, where we were shown, give Wemby a rival and he's going to dominate. Because back in October of 2022, Wemby was supposed to be given a test. The NBA set up 2 games between projected #1 pick Victor Wembanyama's French team, the Metropolitans 92, and the G League Ignite, featuring projected #2 pick Scoot Henderson. We thought this was a battle for #1, but instead, by the time this game was done, Wemby literally said about Scoot, he's really a great player. If I was never born, I think he would deserve the first spot. Giving us the most polite but ruthless trash talk we have heard from an 18-year-old, and in their games, Scoot played well. Game 1 saw him score 28 points, and then Scoot was injured in Game 2, but Wemby more than backed up his talk. He sent the NBA a message with 37 points, 5 blocks, and 7 threes. We were watching a teenager who actually had limitless GOAT potential, but nobody saw the trash-talking beast that was emerging. In another pre-draft interview, Wemby said, "I was built for this, and my goal is to be something you've never seen." Showing us confidence from a teenager that was almost one of a kind. We weren't looking at a humble star. We instead were looking at a 7'5" giant with Kobe levels of confidence. But again, the NBA didn't want to focus on trash talk. They focused on lines such as Steph saying,
Yeah, he's like the 2K creator player, Chico type vibes.
and videos like Anthony Davis going viral for staring at Wemby like he was meeting an actual alien. Only, it was this trash talk that set the stage for what was going to come next. Insane defensive dominance mixed with warning #2. But before we continue, I would like to thank DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring today's video. As we know, it is football season, which means wildly exciting plays are happening all of the time, and you can bet on them. Because do you love the thrill of live betting? Well, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered. And new customers, I have some great news for you. If you sign up using my promo code CORZEMBA, all you have to do is bet $5 and get $300 if your bet wins paid in bonus bets. Plus, you are also able to stay in on the action and use those bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays. Same-game parlays give you a shot at an even bigger payout. And if sports betting is still not available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have a shot to win cash prizes. So again, new customers bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Sign up using the URL that is in the description or using my promo code CORZEMBA. Thank you again to DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get back into that video. Only 10 players in NBA history have averaged 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game in a single season. Wemby did it as a rookie, but that was not the most impressive part of his year. Because as a rookie, Victor finished 2nd in the Defensive Player of the Year race, and again, we got trash talk that turned heads.
Some of the guys I've been watching growing up, I'm not disappointed, but I'm like, that's it.
Why we weren't seeing a pattern yet, I'm not sure. But when asked about the Defensive Player of the Year race, Wemby said, "I know that Rudy has a very good chance of winning it this year. Let him win it now, because after that, it's no longer his turn." Massive words, and we do know that if not for injuries, Wemby would have won Defensive Player of the Year last year and would also win it this year. But here's the thing. We might see an even crazier version of Victor Wembanyama emerge because Chet Holmgren is now the favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year. If we remember, Chet was forced to sit out what should have been his rookie season with an injury of his own. So that meant that Wemby and Chet were now going head-to-head for Rookie of the Year, and like I said, when Wemby is given a rival, he not only responds, he does his best to demoralize that man. Wemby ran away with the Rookie of the Year race, and now, as we are seeing, Chet Holmgren is essentially forced into a rivalry with Wemby that he didn't ask for. Because Wemby choosing Chet as his direct rival is warning #3. Back in February of 2024, the seeds were planted. We can see this tweet from their rookie seasons that read, "Wemby doesn't like Chet." In the video, we see Chet wandering, trying to say good game to Wemby, as Wemby completely ignores him. Victor does this to send a message that he is not friends with any opponent he's trying to beat. Against Giannis, after a close loss, we can watch as Wemby completely ignores Giannis and just walks off the court. But with Chet, it's different. It is more personal. Just a month earlier in that rookie year, we had a separate moment where Wemby went through Chet's chest, dunked on him, and then stared him down. Chet is clearly marked by Wemby, but when Chet was asked about this rivalry by Paul George,
People be like, y'all got beef? I'm like, beef? Honestly, don't even know the guy.
Chet's thoughts are he's barely spoken to Wemby, so they can't be rivals. But you don't don't always choose your rivals. Back before the 1993 finals, Charles Barkley thought Michael Jordan was his friend. As the story goes, the two of them played golf before the finals, and Mike gifted Chuck $20,000 earrings. When asked why he did this, he responded, he, Chuck, won't get in my way the rest of the series. What's $20,000 to me? Charles thinks we're great friends. I hate that fat. Wemby has not made friends with Chet, and it goes deeper. Wemby already did not like Chet, but this rivalry has grown deeper because of this.
What do you think the motivation is? Might be Chet. Chet got a championship. I was told by somebody inside that room that Wemby is motivated by Chet.
When asked about Chet directly this year, Wemby said in French, at least from a basketball standpoint, there's no comparison. In a pre-recorded segment, he also so clearly disrespected Chet that Dirk Nowitzki was mad at Wemby. Here's what Wemby said.
What do you force each other to tap into?
The MVPs in that court, the reigning MVP, so anybody is hard to guard when you have to help on the MVPs.
Dirk would say,
I didn't love that answer. To me, it's too swaggy, too dismissive of Chet, but hey, they might have something going, and can't wait, get the popcorn out.
They certainly do have something going, Dirk. Chet Holmgren is Victor Wembanyama's direct competition in every sense. They're nearly the same age, they play the same position, they both have the games of modern centers where they can shoot, guard multiple positions, and their rivalry started early. They played each other in the U19 Cup final where Chet...
ನಾನು ಎತ್ತಾರ ಗಾಡಿ
చెప్పు
ఎటుపోయి సార్ ఉంటలేడా
నడుచుకుంటూ వచ్చింది నడుచుకుంటూ వచ్చింది అంటాను
ఆటో తక్కువ గిరాకులు తక్కువ ఉన్నాయి ఇంకా గిరాకులు ఇంకా తక్కువ ఉన్నాయి మొదలు కాలే
దీనికి
పండుగ గిరాకులు ఇంకా పెద్ద మొదలు కాదు.
ఏ పండుగ మనం ఇప్పుడు పండుగకి ఏంటి నువ్వులు,
అదే
బియ్యం, గోమ, శనగపప్పు,
అదే
పల్లీలు, కొంచెం నూనె,
పప్పులు గిప్పులు పెడతలేదా?
నూనె ఏం శనగపప్పు దీన్ని ఏమంటాయి మళ్ళీ ఈ డీమార్ట్లలో వాళ్ళు ఇంకా అగ్గోకిస్తారు కదా పబ్లిక్.
డీమార్ట్ ఒకటే కొంచెం దెబ్బతీసింది బాగా, చాలా దెబ్బతీసింది అది. కానీ పెద్ద తేడా ఏం లేదు. పెద్ద తేడా ఒకసారి 2 సార్లు పోయిన వాళ్ళు ఇక మళ్ళీ అలా పోరు. ఇప్పుడు ఆ రేటు మనకి ఇక్కడ బయట కూడా దొరుకుతుంది.
అయితే వాడు ఏంది
అక్కడ పోతే ఒకటి ఏంటంటే దానిలో అన్నీ దొరుకుతాయి అనుకోడు, అంతే తప్ప కానీ ఇంకోటి ఏం లేదు. మళ్ళీ కొద్దిగా అన్ని ఐటమ్స్ దొరుకుతాయి. దానికోసం రేటు విషయానికి వస్తే పోడు, ఆ రేటు బయట కూడా దొరుకుతుంది.
అదొక్కటి. మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని ప్రోడక్ట్లు ఏంటంటే అదర్ కంట్రీస్లో ఎక్స్పైర్ అయిన బాబతి తీసుకొచ్చి ఇక్కడ ఇస్తారు. ఇండియాలో వేసి వీళ్ళకు టెండర్ ఇస్తారు గతం. వాడు తక్కువ ధరకు తీసుకొచ్చి మొత్తం అది తెలియదు.